Welcome to AAD's Advanced Makeup Tutorial. I'm starting off with some moisturizer, gently rubbing it all over her face, making a good base for the rest of the makeup. Taking some foundation on the back of my hand, I am just dabbing it and blending it onto her face, making sure I blend into her hairline. You want to be using a foundation that is slightly darker than your natural skin tone, as when the stage lights hit, they can be very strong and wash out the color from your face. You want to even blend this out onto your neck and ears. This is so the skin looks even and allows the darker shade of foundation to seem natural. Taking a bit of concealer that is in a lighter shade than the shade of your foundation, I'm placing this on all the highest and brightest places of her face, her inner corner, her nose, the highest part of her forehead, her chin and cupid's bow, and just above her jawline. Now I'm going in with a little sponge and just buffing out and blending out the concealer. This allows for no patchiness and to seamlessly blend between the concealer shade and the foundation shade. Now I'm leaving her inner corners for last. This allows the concealer to slightly dry down, which means when I buff it out, it'll be even brighter. Now you want to be buffing this out so that there are no creases underneath her eyes. I'm then going to be going in with some setting powder. Now I'm going to be packing this on underneath her eyes. This will prevent creasing from later on in the day. I'm packing a generous amount underneath both eyes, and I'm actually going to leave this to set for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, I'm then taking a brush and dusting off any excess powder still left on her face. Taking a little brush, I am brushing her inward hairs upwards and her outward hairs down and along the natural curve. Using a thin eyebrow pencil, I am lightly drawing an outline of her eyebrow, following the natural curve, starting from underneath the inner hairs, going along, down, and under to her outer hairs. Starting again from her inner hairs, I am gently filling in her eyebrows using small little hair-like strokes. With a small dense brush, I am just cleaning up the edges and creating a specific shape of her eyebrow. This is a great way to help fix any errors you've made and to help get an ideal shape. I'm doing this with an extra bit of foundation. I'm then just quickly blending out the edges of this, blending it into her natural foundation. Quickly doing the other eyebrow off camera. Now time for contour. Getting her to make a duck face allows me to see where I should naturally contour her face. The duck face will cast a natural shadow for me to follow. I'm going in with quite a light hand, buffing it into her hairline, up and into her forehead, following the hairline. Using any excess product on the brush, I am just gently creating a gradient. I've zoomed you in a bit closer to see the eyeshadow. Taking a small fluffy brush, I am gently packing a light brown color before using circular motions to buff it along the rest of her eyelid, using the excess product on the brush to create an even gradient from the lower lid up into the eyebrow. Going in with a darker brown on another brush, I am packing this on only the outer corner. I'm then going to go back in with my fluffy brush to gently blend the two shades together. I will repeat this process probably another 2 times until I get my desired blend between the two colours. I went ahead and did the other eye off camera. I'm quickly giving her face a spritz of setting spray to bring back a bit of moisture to her face. This will help me with the next step when applying highlighter. Now going in with a fluffy brush, I'm gliding and packing the highlighter on to the top of her cheekbone and dragging it upwards towards her eyebrow. I'm then going to be going in with another fluffier brush. This is to blend it out with the rest of her makeup. Grabbing a pair of eyelashes, I am going to cut them to the size of her eyelid. This stops it from hanging off the corner of her eye. Grabbing the eyelash glue, I am applying a generous amount to the eyelash. However, we want the glue to be tacky, so I'm just letting it dry a bit before putting them on her eyelid. Now I'm having her look down instead of closing her eyes. This will stop the risk of gluing her eyes closed. I'm applying the inner corner first, before following her natural lashes and gluing the outer corner. I'm holding this in place to ensure that it sticks and doesn't fall off. I then went ahead and repeated this on the other eye off camera. Finally, the last step is red lipstick. I recommend not putting this on until your costume is on. This way the red lipstick doesn't get all over your costume and face. You want to follow the natural shape of the lip, filling in the upper lip, blending the two lips together, and then filling in any leftover patches. And this is the whole makeup look complete.